Mission to Delta Flights. Charlie Flight is currently engaged in combat with Doggy House.
What?
I repeat, combat with Doggy House. Proceed with caution.
Roger.
Philosoma is a 2D and 3D shooter for PlayStation, released in 1996. Strangeness permeates every inch of this game. It is a story-heavy shooter, a genre known for its distinct lack of story. It had a sequel 6 years later on PlayStation 2 that starts exactly where Philosoma ends, but is a survival horror game instead. Despite being story-heavy, it is filled with incomprehensible jargon-filled dialogue. This dialogue will often play during gameplay in an attempt to progress the plot, but is more confusing than anything.
220 Mineral Collectible Planet, or Epsilon. Energy conversion 100%.
An anti-substance?
Muscle in range.
Karen and I will take the ones above. Michelle will take what's ahead.
Epsilon 1 Pellet Plant. Circular radioactive multi-structure.
Multi-structured? Doesn't sound good.
You pick up the story from the barest of cues in the game dialogue and FMV clips. The quality of voice acting is laughable.
What is...
Lang, my men were captured by them.
Why didn't you say so?
Would you have believed me?
This might be the worst line I've ever heard in a video game. And yet the FMV clips are of a very high quality for the time and still hold up well. They have a professional cinematic feel. Philosoma includes vertical, horizontal, 3D, and isometric shooter stages, and shifts between them often. This is definitely a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none situation. Each section is still enjoyable, and the constant changing keeps everything feeling fresh. Your ship includes 4 weapons that you can cycle through at any given time. Each needs to be upgraded separately, and when you die, whichever weapon you have equipped will go back to level 1. Each weapon can be upgraded to level 3. 3 of the 4 weapons are useful. The others should be used only to switch to before you die, to preserve the level of your good weapons. There are 2 types of missile power-ups, heat-seeking missiles and fast-launching missiles that go straight. The music is catchy, perfectly appropriate, and does a great job of ramping up as the game progresses. A late level has a track that perfectly amplifies its already exciting gameplay. I am by no means an expert at shooters, but Philosoma does feel like it is on the easier side of the spectrum. This is not a one-shot and you are dead shooter. You have shields, the amount of which varies depending on what difficulty level you are on. In the end, Philosoma can be considered more than the sum of its parts. Between its shifting between shooter types, its engaging music, and its entertainingly bad voice acting.
But I can't. I lost my men. I blame myself.
You would have a hard time not having fun with it.